go.
Go.
Go, Mike. Go, Mike. Go, Mike. Go, Mike. Go, Mike. Hit it up, yo.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Pick Your Brain Podcast, the platform to showcase creatives, social issues, mental health, and community empowerment. I'm Simone.
It's your boy Kyle, aka DJ Asthmatc. What up, killer folks? It's Mike D. What's good?
Yo, what up? It's the champ, aka Champurrado. Let's go. You know, it's getting cold nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Folks need a little champurrado in their life.
For sure.
Get all warm and cozy and shit. Yeah.
So, you know, we have MC Churro, right? But today, we got a very special guest. I don't know if he's your enemy. Oh, y'all compliment each other. We got Chowmane in the building, y'all. Let's make some noise.
Let's
Let's go.
We out here with the the food names, so going crazy today.
All right, so who's chicken adobo then out of the three of us? So what? Who's chicken adobo?
You!
Me?
Yo, Kyle, you got to change your name, bro. So we got MC Churro, we got Chowmane, you got to be DJ Lumpia, bro.
DJ Lumpia. There is a DJ Lumpia.
Like,
We
catering
gotta
menu
bring
right there.
back DJ Bass Shrimp.
Bass
Shrimp. Bass.
So,
knowledge.
so Chowmane, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. You know, just I woke up from a nap. I checked the time. I had to drive down here, and here I am in San Jose, home sweet home.
I see you rocking that Jubo clothing too. Shout out Jubo.
Oh, yeah, shout out Jubal, man, for the hat. Going crazy.
Dang, you came all the way from Oakland.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was like 45 minutes. I don't know, man. I was just like so tired today. I fell asleep in the middle of the day. I woke up with a little headache. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna come here. I mean, can I curse on here?
Yeah.
Say what the fuck you want, bro.
Do what you want.
Yeah, man. So I came down here and excited to be a part of this. It's first like any appearance or anything I've done in a little minute.
Wow. Well, we really appreciate you coming by for this,
Yeah,
man.
thank you for
really
having me,
appreciate
man.
it.
Kyle, can I just point out something?
What?
Me and Mike, we read Chowmane and Simone Green. Bro, you missing out, bro.
Yeah. It's Christmas today.
You didn't get the memo.
I didn't get the memo. Come on. Y'all message Chowmane behind my back? Damn, just like that.
Secret collab.
So funny story. So the first time I ever met Chowmane, I was telling Simone about this right before everything came in. I was like, yeah, I knew of Chowmane and I've never ever met him. And there was this small film called Americanized. And then I was sitting in the stands and then the main character was like, whoa, that's Chowmane over there.
Oh shit! I thought I met you at Dave & Buster's.
No. Wait. No. I think that was prior, second interaction.
Oh, okay.
I came up and said, what's up?
Yeah.
But I saw you, I was like, hey, bro, you Chowmane? And then I was like, yeah, Lychee Boys. That was when the Lychee Boys was still a thing. Yeah, you remember now.
Yeah, the Lychee Boys. Yeah, that is when I met you. I was like, fuck, I recognize these guys from somewhere.
Yeah, man. So I was like, oh,
that's
shit.
cool.
Kyle, can I just say, bro, you were going to Wicked Wednesdays way too often, my guy. Wicked Wednesdays, bro.
Yeah, I think I saw you. I saw you there quite a bit.
Yeah,
I was going a lot. I was going like every 2 weeks or something.
No, you were, and you were eating a lot of the time.
Yeah. I love the Dave & Buster's. What they have, the little hot dogs with the cheese sauce. Yeah, that's my shit.
Ooh. Yeah. Well, if y'all didn't know, Chowmane is a big foodie. If y'all see his Instagram and Snapchats, man, oh my God, he's always making me so hungry.
I can't help it, bro.
Bro, I'm a foodie. You ain't even got to look at my Instagram, bro. You just got to look at my stomach.
The proof. The proof. All right. You know what? Let's ask you this then, Chowmane. So, okay, there's two cultures. There's Filipino and Mexican. What's your favorite Filipino dish? Shout out Filipino American History Month. And favorite Mexican dish?
Okay, my favorite Filipino dish would have to be probably like a dessert. I really like, I like purple yam jam a lot. I like making it myself. I like, the homie Sahi, he actually showed me how with just like getting some purple yam from the store, boiling it with some milk and just smashing it up with some sugar and putting that all over like just everything, man. Toast, whatever pastries I get, or eating it with more like coconut milk. Yeah, I really like Filipino desserts and Mexican food. We out here in the Bay Area. It's like I grew up on it. It's I could eat like I'll eat like a cabeza quesadilla like every day of the week if I can.
Oh my God! Wait, all right. So now I got a question for you. Aside from like the typical Mexican foods, what's one that you like that most people like sleep on?
I mean, I don't know if that many people sleep on it, but I like menudo a lot.
Oh, menudo.
Yeah, I like that. I like I don't know. You just can't really go wrong with Mexican food. It's like
Hell
everything's
yeah.
so fire.
I agree.
Only Kyle can go wrong with Mexican food. And that's only because he can't really handle spicy.
I ain't got the tongue for it, man. Do you got the tongue for spicy food?
Man. I got chili peppers tatted on my arm.
Oh, damn.
Bro, put it away, bro. It's gonna make Kyle cry,
I'm
bro.
sweating right now.
I'm sweating.
He's allergic. He's allergic.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, I love that. When I was growing up, you know, my pops, my uncle were always eating like hella Thai chilies all the time, and I wanted to be like them, so I would try like eating them, and I would just like die. You know, I used to like sweat up eating hot Cheetos, but then you know, after growing up, you know, some time, you like kind of kill your taste buds.
Yeah, it's definitely a acquired taste in
Yeah.
essence.
Yeah.
Because I used to didn't like spicy food, and then I had a crush on this girl, and she liked spicy food. I was like, damn, I gotta try this shit.
I would say I don't think my tolerance for spicy food went up until like a few years ago when I started kicking it a lot with one of my uncles. He's Lao. He cooks a lot of like, you know, crazy stuff with a ton of Thai chili and all the sauces. And you know, the first few times I would go eat at his crib, it would just be like I'd be dying. My poops the next day would be crazy. I would take like 2 bites of the food and I'd just be sweating already. And he'd start making fun of me. And then it's like after I started eating there for like, you know, even like a few months, I think just the spice tolerance went up. And then, you know.
Damn.
All right, so to the real stuff, man. We were just talking about food for a little bit. No,
Yeah.
food is real stuff.
Can't help
What am
it.
I saying? You can't help
Yeah,
it.
don't hate because you can't eat spicy, Kyle.
Okay, all right.
Like, yeah, let's move on. I can't chime in.
All right. Yeah, I couldn't handle my tongue, you know. So, you know, you really came up like with San Jose, Ro, and you've been putting on for San Jose for such a long time, man. How did you first break into the whole hip hop scene? What was like your breakout?
Yeah, man. I started doing music a minute ago. So I grew up between San Jose and Salinas. I went to high school down in Salinas because my mom's was out there, and then my dad and grandma, basically everybody else in my family was up here. So I would go up here on the weekends. And then so like when I started getting into hip hop, I was more on the producer side. Back in Salinas, there was a lot of artists I was producing for, and most of it was like Mexican rappers. So I was like making a lot of the stuff was like kind of West Coast sounding. I was like really influenced by like you know, kind of like the early 2000s West Coast stuff. And then I started doing my own music after high school, after college actually. I think 2017 was my first release, and I started like producing myself and trying stuff out. And my first ever like breakout song was this one called ABG.
Yup.
Yo.
Yeah, I did that one in like 2017, and that was like my first ever like project I put out, and I just got lucky. Like I really didn't know anything. I didn't know anybody in the like industry. I didn't know anything about like music people, like engineering, any of that. I just like I had the song, and then I was on set for another video shoot for like a smaller video I did. And this guy, like one of the actors there, he heard the song. He was like, "Yo, you know, I'm like trying to come out as like a director. I want to make my own projects, and this one, you know, this song right here, I have this vision for it." So I was like, "Okay, I trust you." He actually put the money together for everything. So that whole video was like $5,000 or something. You know, he organized the whole thing. We shot the video, and then we put it out. And just like some of the meme pages on like Facebook and Instagram found it, and they just started going like viral. So that was like my first, like, it was like pretty lucky that, you know, that started taking off. I think it hit like 2 or 3 mil on Facebook in like the first few months, and then it hit like 400K on YouTube. And then ever since then, I was trying to like, you know, kind of hit that high again, you know, but it's been more like slowly consistent from that tip on. Nothing's like been like crazy, like, you know, memeable, you know, viral and stuff. And so, yeah, you know, like from then on, I decided to like keep pushing, keep trying out different kinds of music, and just like going from there. So I would say that was the first time, that was my first like serious release and everything.
Hey, I remember ABG. Wait. It was 2017, and I was at a show, and Ruby Ibarra was headlining in San Francisco. Yeah. And so basically, Chowmane was, you know, he was there performing, and he performed ABG. And I was like, oh shit. that was one of your first songs.
Yeah, that was like one of my first shows too. Like I wasn't like that good at performing yet or anything, but I like really appreciate Lex, the Lexington artist. She's the one who organized it with like me and Ruby and Rudy Kalma, who's super talented.
Rudy was there.
I remember, man, Ruby that day. She's so talented, bro. She just had a performance earlier that day in LA, and then she flew up and did another set that night. And her set's like an hour long, and she just rapped nonstop. Like, wow. You know, her
Damn.
breath control crazy. Her
Yeah.
like, she's just like so talented, bro. It's like, I was watching that show. Damn.
That was your first show?
That was my first show, but it was like one of my first like 10 shows probably.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Because, you know, like, you stuck out in essence. Like, when I saw you, I was like, oh, who is this guy? You know, it was the song ABG and the way you presented yourself. I was
think,
like,
so, you know, around that time I was doing a lot of, it was my first project called Mooncakes. And like my whole concept of that, I wanted to like make it talk from like Asian American experience. So I was just like making kind of like these songs that were like kind of funny, but also like relatable in that sense. So, you know, I had ABG, I had a song called like Dumplings. I kind of forgot some of the other ones, but I remember those two were super fun to perform. Yeah.
Jogging my memory, the first time I saw you perform was No Chill Summer 2. I remember that. You got it popping, dude. And that was the first time I think the Lychee Boys performed ever.
Yeah, I think that's when I heard of you guys too, because I was looking at the lineup. I was like, damn, these guys have a dope name.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And, you know, the Asian American experience. I know it's true, man, because like, you know, just listening to your songs, man, it's crazy because it's like so relatable. And the stuff that you say, I think I was just listening to the Step Bro album, and you said something about go to the Milpitas Jollibee.
Oh, yeah.
Hella relatable, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, you can just rap about what I know.
Yeah, no, it's facts. And dude, and I'll I always mention like your name to like some Asian kids that I'm talking like, hey, yeah, do you listen to Chowmane or something? Because I asked what they listen to. Like, yeah.
Oh, that's
how do you
crazy.
know Chowmane? I'm like, me and him are hella tight, dude. It's hella dope.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. I didn't even know that. Yeah, I mean, like, it is kind of crazy because, you know, I'm like, I'll make music, I'll put it out there, and then I just kind of kick it with the same people. I don't really like go out that much. And then like occasionally, like somebody will tell me like, oh, they heard my music playing at like Golden Gate Park or something. And it's
Wow.
like,
Whoa.
it's crazy because it's just like, you know, I mean, my numbers aren't like super crazy or nothing, but, you know, just like locally, it's cool just seeing like a little bit here and there or whatnot. So
The clout was there.
The cloud is there. He's very, very humble, man. Very humble, very consistent too. I'd say you're probably like the most active like rapper I see on my Instagram, just always posting, always consistent with really, because sometimes people like, you know, they'll make something and you never hear from them for a long time.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I mean, when I started putting stuff out, you know, one of the dudes who was putting me on to game and everything was this dude Jiggler Frost, Jordan Garrett, and you know, he had a different philosophy. Like I would just make stuff and I would just want to put it out, and he'd be like more like, you know, he'd say you have to be either like ice cold or like red hot, in that like either be one of these artists where you just put something out and then just like disappear for like hella long and just build up this like mystique or whatever, or you could just be someone who just like floods the streets. And I don't know. I think for me, I'm just more comfortable just putting out whatever. So
I know, like, every time I check your IG, you got something new. I'm like, what the hell?
yeah, pretty much, man.
Just like Tupac. Tupac was the same exact way. He just released whenever, whenever.
Hustling.
Hustling all the time.
Come with me.
I mean, especially like right now with like streaming and stuff. Like, I mean, to people, I don't think people are listening to the same album for as long anymore. Like,
yeah.
it's just like there's so much music, so many artists out there. It's like, you know, you fight for everybody's time.
Yeah, and I mean, even to a certain like extent, dude, you've been like one of the, like the biggest faces, I say, with like the just Asian American rapper movement, dude. Like I say, you really put on, bro, and you're like part of like a bunch of big shows. Like you did the We Can't Burn Us All event with Chinamac and BNL, right?
Yeah.
so-
Shout out to all the dudes in Chinatown. Like, you know, shout out Max, everybody putting it together, showing love, everything. It's pretty cool, man. Yeah. I think it's definitely been like I think there's always been a lot of like Asian American artists, like just in music and in hip hop in general. But for sure, like the last few years, it's been people getting more visibility. It's like,
So, you know, as an Asian American artist, how did you feel about like the whole, you know, anti-Asian American hate crimes? You know, I know you had a song Go Back to China as well too.
Yeah. I mean, it's been pretty crazy, man. Seeing on social media, like all the videos of elders getting attacked, like even just like normal people, you know, even our age, just getting jumped all the time. It's pretty messed up. It's pretty sad, but at the same time, I'm glad, like, you know, this issue is like coming to light and people are starting to take it seriously, because it's something that's been, you know, going on for like as long as Asian Americans have been in America. So, yeah, it's also cool, like seeing like this kind of solidarity between Asians for the first time in America at this scale, because, you know, there's definitely been a lot of movements like historically, but I don't think like it's ever been as big as it is now with like social media and like, you know, the ease of spread of information and everything. So that's cool.
Go ahead. Okay, so you've done a lot of different songs with a lot of different Bay Area rappers.
Yeah.
Who would you say are like the top 3 Bay Area rappers you just really like fuck with hella heavy? Shout them out. Top 3.
Yeah, I mean, the ones I've done songs with, shout out Guap Dad, shout out Al Black. Out in the Bay right now, I really like, Stunner Man's really good. Larry June, Cool John, he's been so consistent. Cool John and Sue, they've been like going crazy like these last like 5 years. And then outside the Bay too, like all these rappers blowing up on Thizzler right now, out from like Sacramento and Stockton, they're going crazy, man. DB by the bag, all the EBK dudes. Bay Area going crazy. Bay Area up right now.
How about top 3 rappers overall? Like just your favorite that you're hella inspired by. Jonathan's gonna like this question.
I'm like, Kyle, it's the hardest question ever asked.
It's the hardest question, I know.
I think just like as of like growing up and like when I first started doing music, like all the artists that like influenced me a lot, probably like Lil Wayne, Mac Miller, and probably Outkast, like Andre 3 Stacks and Big Boy. Just like their storytelling part and their flows and just like all the punchline stuff. Like that's like what kind of got me into hip hop in the first place. So I would just say those like.
Lil Tunchi. What was the first either album or track you heard from Lil Tunchi?
The first song was probably just on the radio. I think like Amelie probably or Gamma. or something.
Amelie.
Yeah,
bruh.
I was in like 8th grade when Carter 3 came out, and then I started going on Dat Piff, and then like No Ceilings came out the next year, and then that was that.
Damn, bro. I remember when I originally met Kyle. That's when I originally started to get more interested in Eminem, but he also showed me Lil Wayne, and I'll never forget, bro. And every time this track plays, I always think about those like middle school days, bro. Right above it with Drake. Fuck, bro, that track.
Crazy. Man, that reminds me, when I was in high school, like it would be me and this other like this white kid named Brett, and like we would talk about like hip hop every like lunch break, and then he would just be like such a big Eminem fan, and he always like fight me over Lil Wayne.
Oh damn, bro! Damn, that was me in high school. Bro. I was fucking raving and just a craze with Eminem, bro. I'd just be like, "You mean to tell me this guy ain't top 3, dog? He rhymed
conversation, bro.
He rhymed Adam's apple with tabernacle. Who the fuck else does that shit? God.
Well, okay. How about this, man? How about like the first like Asian American artist? It doesn't even have to be a rapper that you saw and like, holy shit, what the hell? Well, who was it?
Oh man, Asian American artists. I mean, definitely Jin.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Like as of late, there's been a lot of like just like crazy dope people. I will say like right now in terms of like hip hop, I think like one of the best Asian American artists is MB Nell. Like just like like I think bar for bar, just like out compared to like every other rapper, and just like the uniqueness of like how he's putting on for his city and his sound and everything is just like it's different from like a lot of the Asian American artists coming out from like LA, New York, Midwest and whatnot. But everybody's doing their thing. Everybody's doing pretty cool stuff. There's a lot of like really dope like indie influence kind of hip hop ish artists like Eric Reprid, I think out in like Vancouver, he's dope. The homie West down in Arcadia doing some pretty cool like indie hip hop stuff. So that sound is cool too. But yeah, I mean, it's cool right now. It's so diverse. Everybody has like their own lane.
Yeah, man. You're always about community, bro. That's what I really fuck with.
Yeah,
100%.
definitely.
Okay, craziest like show story like you've ever had. Because you've been doing this for a while, right? So what's the craziest thing that ever happened?
My shows aren't really that crazy. I just like I go and then I go home.
Oh, okay, really? Wow.
I think probably I did this club one time in OC at Huntington Beach, and I forget why. Oh, I had to shoot. No, the homegirl had to shoot up here in the Bay the next day, and then so right after the show, it was like 11 p.m. We just drove back up to the Bay, but that's not really that crazy.
Oh wow, you drove. Damn.
Yeah, we drove, and then like I think we got back up pretty early. Just didn't sleep. Went straight to the set, and then and then at that set, it was the homegirl Jane. She didn't tell us that she wanted me and Wes. I don't know if you guys heard of West, but he's a singer. We were coming up together, and then there's like a dude she had featured on the song, and then he just didn't want to be in the song no more. So he didn't come up for the video. So she was like. She told us like literally at the video set, she was like, "Can you guys like hop on the song?" And then so like we had to write our verse, as they were filming her part, and then they made us film it. We had to like rap our verses over the other dude's verse. I mean, it wasn't that bad. It was like 4 bars each, so it was like pretty short.
Okay.
But it was still like, man, it was like, yeah, it was good. It was a good experience.
Fuck, bro. Having to write your bars right as the shoot goes.
Yeah,
Fuck, that's insane.
Because I'm really bad at memorizing. I don't know, like some of my shows I've even done, I like forget my words and stuff. It's so hard doing that on set. Like for some bars you just wrote while some other dude's rapping at the same time, and you're supposed to go over him and stuff.
Yeah, holy shit.
Real
That
quick
one
though,
take.
so in terms of when you have like a writer's block or artist block, what do you do and how do you get out of it?
For me, I just kind of take a break. I have like these spurts. Like right now, I'm in kind of like a lull. I haven't really been like making a lot of music for like probably a few months. But just like I have times where I'll go to the studio like every weekend and just do like 10 songs and whatnot. And then so I just have like a bunch stored up for like the next few months or the next year and whatnot. That's why I always have stuff I'm just putting out because I just have these little spurts.
So you save it up?
Yeah. I just like sit on them and then I figure out like if I want to do a video or if I want to just put stuff out or whatever. And then the rest of the time I'm kind of just like hanging out, sitting. And like, these last few months I just been like chilling and watching TV, doing some work, playing video games, whatnot.
Wow. But you got the work out already. You just put them out. Okay.
I mean, I'm trying to dip my toes and everything. So I do like little music. I'm trying to like learn other stuff too. So it's good. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you did acting for a little bit, right?
Yeah. I was going heavy into that before quarantine or before lockdown happened. I started like going to acting school and everything. I did like the sample class and everything, but I never like got back into it. But maybe now
artists be doing that.
Yeah.
So you make like basically a sustainable income living in the Bay Area with just being a rapper overall.
So I was because I was working with a lot of like sponsorships and like investors, but as of late, like I've been kind of focusing on some other hustles. So like for music right now, it is like pretty passive because I'm not putting as much like money into it anymore. So, but the return is like also like not super crazy right now because I'm not really doing a lot of shows and I'm not really doing a lot of merch. And just like streaming money is probably like a few hundred like a month. It's not nothing like super good. Yeah. So just like I'm still putting music out. I'm not really like putting hella I guess money stuff into music stuff anymore since I'm not really working with a lot of sponsors at this point in time. But I'm working on other stuff. I'm working like video editing stuff right now. Wow. I'm doing like trying to pick up on real estate stuff, getting my license.
Wow, real estate,
like,
bro.
Yeah, just I'm trying to do everything. Like just learn as much as I can. My homie told me life is like a sandbox, and just like everything comes together at some point. So just like pick up as much as you can. For
there you go.
Yeah. Honestly, I respect that, bro. I got one of my homeboys. He got into real estate, was selling shit, and I was just like, whoa, how the fuck you do that? He's like, honestly, bro, I just did, like I just did, like I wasn't 100, but like with just 60% you can get by, and I was like, fuck.
That's basically what my rationale too, because like I was like, a lot of people I know right now are starting to like look into buying houses and stuff. So I was like, why don't I be the plug for that?
No, for real. Like my homeboy, he was like, yeah, bro, I just sold like I just helped sell like six houses this month, and I was like, 6 houses? Like what the fuck? Nice. What you selling? Lego kits, bro? What the fuck you mean 6 houses? Holy shit.
Yeah, pretty much, man. So, a little there, a little in like a lot of video stuff, working with like short films, working with like some corporate stuff, and then, music stuff I'm still doing. Thinking about like, if I get enough money together, I might open like a little studio out here in San Jose and whatnot.
San Jose.
Okay. No, that's real, man. Yeah. It's hard out here in the Bay, It's expensive as fuck. Everybody got like a side hustle and a side hustle and a side hustle.
Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. So.
That's it.
We just trying to survive. We just trying to eat.
Yeah, man.
Yo, so the absurdity of the day. Y'all ready for it? Yeah?
What you got?
Okay. All right. So, check this out. So I learned this from my social psychology class. I'm not going to say the professor's name because, he's out there on the internet. But what I learned, we were learning about love and relationships. Yeah. And did you know, back in the day, they used to, the way cornflakes was marketed was it prevents you from feeling horny to like, to masturbate.
Oh,
you heard about that before?
Yeah, I've heard about this. Yeah. Cornflakes was Cornflakes was advertised as a treatment for anti-masturbatory practices.
Yes.
Damn. Was that like all the Quaker stuff? That why we got like Quaker oats and stuff?
I I don't know when was this. I don't know when was this time.
This was like the late 1800s, early 1900s.
How did they break that down? What's the science on that? Like, how did they present it
You got
that?
like no flavor.
So check this out. White people milk plus some bland ass motherfucking cereal would definitely get you bored. Not feeling like jerking it.
Yeah,
They're just like, dude, this
It doesn't
fucking.
get you excited. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, man, this fucking tastes like cardboard. What the fuck am I eating?
I feel like a lot of
Fucking
American
Jimbo
food is
out
like
here.
that.
Fucking Jimbo's cow over here. Fucking milk tastes like shit, bro. What the fuck? So, hey, Kyle. Is that why you got a big ass box of cornflakes?
Oh my god.
I don't even eat cereal, motherfucker. I eat oatmeal.
Oh, Quaker Oats. Oh, okay. As Chowmane was saying, I understand now.
Feel me? No flavor.
No, I eat like a real Filipino, Vienna sausage. I'm just kidding. I don't eat Vienna sausage. Okay.
Totally missed the mark. Bro.
Yeah, whatever. All right. So now we are onto our sponsorships. Chowmane, why don't you shout out your most recent album?
Sponsorships. I just put out this project called Step Bro. What are you doing with the homie Sahi? It's pretty cool. We made the whole thing like last year, beginning of like lockdown when we were on acid. The whole album in like probably 2 days. Yeah, it was cool.
Is it really your step, bro?
Yeah, bro. I mean, basically, his mom was like my mama. I'm always at
Okay.
his house and stuff, and she treats me like a son. And
Oh,
whatnot, so it's
family,
cool.
family.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
family. So we had that. I got this other little project coming out this winter. I just figured out the name as I was driving down here.
Okay.
Nice.
It's gonna be called By the Water or I Love You by the Water. I don't know yet, but it's gonna be a little like 3-song EP, some like little slow love songs and whatnot for the winter, and then another project probably early next year, like January, February.
Dope.
For the folks that are getting cupped.
Yep. I will say, I was talking about the song ABG earlier. I got the sequel finally, ABG 2, the sequel. That's the name, featuring the homie Dana Mar. Coming. I'm super excited for this one. It's gonna be super fun. Early next year, January, February. I don't know yet, but yeah.
Y'all heard it on PYB, y'all.
Damn, I'm gonna need you to slide that album, bro. The Cuddle Winter album, bro. You fucking take my girl out on a date and put that shit on blast, bro.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Chowmane. So we wanted to ask y'all about your label FSE Asian HipHop. Can you tell us a little more about that?
Yeah, so this was one of like the side projects I started with two of my friends like last year, and originally it was we had some investment money that came in from like some people we were working with. And then like originally it was all for me, but I was like, I would rather, I'm at this point where I kind of want to put on some other artists and whatnot. Like, so I decided we decided to put together Five Spice Entertainment. And we signed like West, Sahi, and there were like a bunch of other people I was DMing. I was like so excited when we initially got the money, and I was like, I'm gonna sign like hella people and whatnot. And then like when we started tallying up the costs, I was like, oh damn, okay.
It got real.
This is a little more expensive. I'm gonna have to just like not reply to some of these people I hit up. So if I hit you up and I said, let's work on some funny stuff, my bad. Hit me back. We'll do something in the future. But anyway, yeah, I had that going together for a little bit, and then like I think at this point, like we decided that just like with the amount that we have is better to pivot a little bit, just because like the artists that we have right now, Sahi and West, like they're doing pretty well just on their own independently without like a lot of help on our end, just like financially wise. So I'm really trying to turn. I renamed Five Spice Entertainment to FSE Asian HipHop just because instead of like a label now, I'm trying to make it more into a community channel, especially more on like YouTube, where right now what I've been doing recently is just like every Tuesday and Friday uploading like our music videos from an artist, from a like Asian American artist, and like I'm trying to make this platform focus a little more on like Asian American hip hop from a diverse group of voices, because I think like right now a lot of the YouTube channels that might be doing something similar is mostly like for like street rap and like a lot of the hood Asians and whatnot. But there's like a lot of people doing like a little more indie stuff, a little more like middle ground. Just like I think a diverse collection of sounds. So I'm trying to like put on a little bit more for that. So just like for now, I mean, we just like pivoted into doing this literally like a few weeks ago. So there's not like a whole lot right now, and haven't been really like super pushing it, just like consistently uploading content. But like Just been hitting the homies up right now for like, you know, old music videos so that we're re-uploading those to kind of gain traction with the algorithm and whatnot. And just like, hopefully, you know, as we keep going, people want to start premiering with us. We have our first like music video premiere that's not like one that hasn't been released before by the artist, like this Friday from this dude from Arcadia named Sunroof 95. So that's gonna be kind of cool. But yeah, that's basically what we're doing right now. Just like trying to highlight the community and whatnot, and just like put people on and whatnot. Yeah.
You know, I think that's like hella dope because, you know, I feel like the closest thing to that is like 88 Rising. But the thing is with 88 Rising, a lot of them are like Asians, like not actually from America. So
Yeah,
Asian
yeah, for
Americans,
sure,
right?
for sure.
Yeah, and I always thought about that, like especially in the Bay Area, bro. A lot of untapped artists.
Yeah.
That's like not even hit, bro. So it's dope to see something like that come up, you know, for the
Yeah,
community,
yeah.
by the community.
And you know, we don't got like the same budget as them to push like every artist in that way. So we're just hoping like organically we can have like people tap in and whatnot once, you know, one of these artists like pop off.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
If you're an artist, hit them up. You know what I
Hit
mean?
me up. Send some videos my way, and you know, every Tuesday and Friday, putting them up like 7 p.m.
Right. So I have a question though. Out of all your tracks, what is your least favorite?
Oh, my least favorite.
I know they're all your babies.
I probably would have forgotten my least favorite ones. Man, I don't know. Let me think. I will say I probably have some forgettable ones that I just can't even think of right now. Like, there's definitely a few. Like if I was to go through like some of the projects I put out and try to name like every song, I would probably forget like probably a third of them.
Yeah. So there's a follow-up question to that, like, and how have you seen yourself as an artist grow? Just looking back at that least favorite.
For sure,
track.
yeah. I think definitely like some of my earlier stuff like sounded super different. I don't think I really like found completely my voice yet, and the kind of stuff that I was most like comfortable like making and writing and stuff. So I think like, you know, just like drawing more and more from like everyday experience and whatnot, and like it's been more comfortable writing. I don't really know. It's just art, you know. At the end of the day, I just make it because I like making it. So
Right. And I think that I like how you said it. It's like the everyday experience and the reflection, and you create it as a
and
music.
it really depends too. Just like, you know, I think the stuff I make when I'm just by myself is gonna be a little more personal, or like either personal or like stuff that I'll find funny. You know, I'll like do a lot, you know, like my early shit was always funny stuff, so I'll do a lot of that. But you know, if I'm working with another artist or like someone tasks me in for a feature, I'm like try to adapt more to them or their style, what I think like they want to hear and whatnot. So it might be a little out of pocket or out of my lane normally, but. Yeah, that's it's part of making music.
Cool. So if you go to a tour outside of America, which country would you want to go first?
Yeah, let me see. I think I would want to go to probably Southeast Asia because the homies who played there, they turn up like super crazy, like Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia. But also definitely like I would want to visit China. Just 'cause I got family out there, you know, Taiwan, Japan, Korea. I don't even know how that would all work though. Just be like, you know, doing shows overseas. Definitely like the Philippines, Indonesia as well.
Dope.
You know, I think though, like all the different Asian countries, they're like their taste in like what kind of hip hop they like is like super different depending on where you are.
For sure.
Like in China, for example, they like really like either you gotta do like super EDM stuff, or like they just discovered trap, so like rap like it's 2012. Like they're really into that, you know, like that lyrical miracle stuff. Like they just discovered like multi-syllable rhymes, so they're like super into that right now. Versus like I know like out in like Vietnam and Laos and whatnot, they're like super into a lot of the big rappers coming out there rap about weed all the time, but they rap about weed like it's cocaine, like it's hella hard, you know, like like over these super crazy trap beats. And then like Taiwan and what I've seen in like the Philippines and whatnot is a lot of the stuff's like they really like more like acoustic stuff and like you know I think it's different. So I think if I was ever to do an Asia tour, I think my catalog would have to be, you know, probably pretty big, or I'd have to go with like a group of people who are like tapping into all these different audiences and different sounds and whatnot. So
Right,
Wow, when you put it in that way too, that's a lot to consider, but it's true though. That's facts. Okay, how about this? Dream future. Like who do you want to have like featured on your song?
Oh,
like
Dream
hands down.
Future.
If you didn't have to pay it back, like it was just a free.
Bro, I thought you said Dream Future. I was
Yeah,
like,
same. What do you see in your future? Your future. That's what I thought it was too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I really I thought about this, and it's just like I think just like working with whatever artist like wants to work with me is cool. I'm not like super like I just like making music with my homies, you know. So, but I think it would be pretty cool, you know, if I don't know. Every rapper says like Lil Wayne, right? Lil Wayne probably.
ooh, Lil Wayne.
Probably Gucci Mane, Chowmane, and Gucci Mane. That'd be kind of crazy. You know, E40 the Counselor. That'd be crazy. A lot of Bay Area artists. But yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh man. Okay. Okay, go to one and I'm done.
So, like, looking back before you started, you know, your journey and everything, would you have expected to be where you're at right now?
I don't know. Yeah, when I started, I didn't really have a vision in mind. I was just like doing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think like, you know, right now I'm in a pretty comfortable spot. Like, I think like with just all the stuff that I'm doing right now, if I was to like have to, I don't know, man. I'm watching like some of these like bigger artists and like their day-to-day schedules and whatnot, and you're looking at like Doja Cat or Ray Shremmer doing everything, and like the stuff that they're doing day-to-day is like so loaded and it seems like so stressful. I'm kind of happy right now, just like a little comfortable where I don't have to go like too hard. I think my ideal situation would be like a lot of like these independent artists that are like blowing up, mostly like these like street artists who are just like flooding like a bunch of music and just like turning music into like this passive source of income where they're not even really having to do like all these crazy shows and whatnot. It's just like the volume of what they're doing is so much that is like so much residual coming in, and then they can chill and do other stuff all day, which is really the end goal.
Kyle, didn't you say that about Dumbfounded? Sort of like how he's evolved to that sort of stage?
Yeah, no, I'd say so. Like he's doing comedy now too. They go to like different avenues, right? But I remember I was fucking with Dumbfounded hella, and it's just so crazy to see how much his avenue has like switched since then,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I think a lot of artists have been like pivoting too. Just like I think at some point too, like you definitely still want to make music, but it's like sometimes you like run out of stuff to talk about until you experience new stuff in life, you know?
That's
so even
true.
if you are gonna
Wow.
make music, you know, you need a little reset or like exploring other lanes before you come back and doing it.
Yeah.
And I think as an artist, you also have to have that sort of versatility as well, because
Yeah,
if you
for
stay
sure.
one lane and that lane gets like blocked or whatever, it's just like, where do you go?
I mean, it's all like, you know, art is a form of expression. Music is one avenue, but you know, comedy is one. You know, acting is one. It's all just like ways to channel,
For sure.
you know, express yourself and
I
whatnot.
mean, what do we say all the time? Fuck around and find out.
Find out, dude. That's one of our quotes.
That's what you gotta do, right?
That's
Fuck
what we
around
do
and
with
find
this
out.
podcast, man. Fuck around and found out. And here we are interviewing fucking Chowmane, dude. Like, what the fuck?
Mike, we got to put that shit on a shirt, bro.
Fuck around and
find out.
Right now.
Pick Your Brain podcast. Fuck around and find out.
Oh man.
Yeah, I just opened up a Bumble account and that's what I put on my thing. Fuck around and find out.
Sweet. Is this
It's also aggressive, bro.
Fuck around and find out.
Bumble's the one when the girl messages you first?
Yeah, that's the one.
Anyways.
So what is like one of the places where like people like know you like right away? Like when you come to San Jose, is it like you know someone? Like, oh shit, Chowmane.
Hey, bro, I must say Dave and Buster's when we went. Wicked Wednesdays, baby.
I was going to say, Chowmane about to plug the Wicked Wednesdays, bro.
I was trying to talk to him. I was trying to talk to you, bro. I was like, bro, all these motherfuckers just kept coming up. I'm like, damn, I can't even say bye to him.
Yeah, bro. That's probably the place. Yeah, bro. San Jose Wicked Wednesdays. What can I say? It was an era for those like 6 months or a year or however long that was.
Shout out Mighty Mike and Ray Mix. Oh, and Raichu did it too. Oh,
yeah,
man.
Raichu, man.
We actually got Raichu here next Tuesday, so that's gonna be cool.
Right, you.
Oh man. Wait, so why did you make the move to Oakland? You just found a spot over there?
Oh yeah, I mean, I moved up there a few years ago when because my ex moved there, so we moved in together, and just since then, like I just been staying up there because I just been there.
Culture art scene's crazy over there.
Sorry?
Is always things happening.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it's always different. I really like, you know, like I said earlier, I don't really leave the house too much. I'm kind of like a homebody. I like watch TV and play games and shit at home. Or go to the studio. So like when I go out, I'm usually down here anyway, because most of my friends are still down here. So I'm always, you know, I'm here like once, twice a week anyway. So Yeah.
And this is your once or twice a week for this
Yeah,
week.
pretty much. Yeah.
Wait.
I was here on Sunday. This is my second time this week.
What game do you play?
Oh, shit, I just finished Final Fantasy VII yesterday.
Oh, did? How long did it take you to finish
It
that?
took me like 70 hours.
This man didn't even say days. He said hours. Yeah, I said,
That's like one sitting?
Yeah, bro. I never played any of the Final Fantasy games when I was just browsing the Nintendo Switch store, and then I saw like all of them are 50% off, and I had the Asian in me. I was like, I gotta buy them all. They're on sale. All of them.
Hey, bro, we gotta rack it up in a Super Smash Bros. One of these days.
Oh yeah.
I beat Jonathan's ass on Saturday. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't play against Kyle, bro. That man jumps off the stage and fucking just loses lives that way. Kyle be like, who's my character again? It's like, bro, you're already out of the game. Like, we just started. What happened?
No, there's so much going on, bro. I'll be real.
What do you think it's called? Super Smash
goes
Bros, bro. What do you think they're doing? Hugging each other? Community service? Oh, yeah, let me help you fix your gear right here. Nah, but you whooping ass, bro.
Okay, how about TV show? What TV show are you on right now, or you just watched?
What did I just watch? We've been watching a lot of like horror movies, me and my girl. So we were watching like American Horror Story right now, the new season. It's all right. We just finished this one called Midnight Mass. It's kind of slow. They talk a lot on it, but it's cool concept. I can't really think of like crazy ones off top. I won't say those two are like super crazy. Those are just what I watched recently. But I'm gonna think about it and get back to you.
No, I seen the most recent one. That one's kind of weird. It makes me feel kind of eerie. It's weird. The recent American Horror Story one. Oh yeah. I didn't finish it up though, but yeah. Y'all seen it yet?
No, I haven't seen it.
And then you seen Squid Game?
Oh yeah, Squid Game crazy. Yup. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Could you see yourself on being like a huge Netflix original like that, Chowmane? Because I feel like, man, I think you really did good with acting, man.
I had some idea ever since I was a little kid. I had some ideas for like some crazy like animes, So I would have one of those come out on Netflix. Like what's his name? Jaden Smith. He had the Neo Yokio.
Oh yeah. My girl had me watch like a couple episodes of that, and I was like, oh shit, this is different.
Yeah. At some point, who knows, but.
Have you ever thought about doing like an anime music video type thing before?
Yeah, I have thought about it, but those like I think now maybe there's more people doing it, but at the time originally when I was like looking into that stuff, it was like super expensive because like not a lot of people were doing it. But yeah, I mean that's a pretty cool concept.
It was like big for I think Lil Uzi Vert even done a few anime.
Yeah, Lil Uzi Vert.
Yeah, that one I forgot what song. P's and Q's I think when he had the big old eyes, he was like a school.
Who else did it? That's all I remember. That's all I could think about. That'd be pretty dope if you did something like that. I could hella imagine that.
Yeah.
So have you done any shows in LA before?
Yeah, I've done a few. The last one I can remember was for the homie Late Lee and Kazi. Kazi came from New York, and he's super popping off in the hyperpop scene right now. But back when we were performing, he was still doing a little more hip hop, and I opened it with him with a few of the homies down in LA at like this Chinese restaurant, of course. So that was cool.
Yeah. Is the culture hella different just coming from like the Bay to LA in terms of doing shows?
Yeah, I would say it's pretty different. But also like LA is so diverse too. And also like the shows I've done in LA, I think, and even the one that I've done in New York have been more like super like Asian centric. And then so we have a lot of like K-pop fans and stuff pull up just because they like Asian people.
Korea booze.
Yeah, so shout out to them. It's cool. It's different, man.
Have you ever like a big like fan crew before?
Yeah. So actually, that show, there are these girls, these like K-pop Korea boos that came in a group, and they made like custom like care package things for like all of us on the lineup for like each of us. And they gave it to us after the show, so that was kind of cool. And then pretty much that. So a kind of similar deal in New York. It was another like it was at a Korean karaoke like thing, but I think it was I forgot the name of the organization, but it was also like a Korean interest like K-pop organization that like flew us out and everything. So the fans there were like also more in that crowd. So it's pretty interesting. It's like so different from out here, from, like, who we normally see at like shows or like whatnot. So yeah.
Yeah, what are your most favorite type of shows that you just really love doing?
I I would say my favorite ones are probably like the no chill ones, you know, with just like community, with like you know, I think just like other like young creatives, like you know, doing cool stuff, like vibing together and whatnot, and like where there's just a lot of talent on stage.
Yeah. Our next show, we gotta have him on. We gotta have you, Chowmane. One of our next shows.
Let's do it.
If you ever get back into the whole doing showbiz again,
Man, I'm gonna start again. It's just like all this. I've been getting requests for so many shows like the last few months, all in like Chinatown though. But I just like every time I've done a show in Chinatown, not every time, but like most of the times I've done shows in Chinatown, like it's like all like older people and like it's like old Asian grandpas and stuff. I just feel hella awkward like performing to them and stuff because I'm trying to get hella hype and they're just like standing watching or like sometimes like, you know, I know I'm gonna say some disrespectful shit in my song and I'm gonna just like not say the bar because I feel it's like I'm talking to my grandpa right now.
You get hella cautious.
You know, so yeah.
oh man, no, I can just imagine that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I used to like just take on every show because I was like, you know, I'm gonna take all the exposure. But now I'm like, man, I just want to do ones that like, you know, I know it's gonna have good energy and good vibes and whatnot.
Don't you got one in Arena SF like next week or this week?
Yeah. That one I'm just hosting though. I don't think I'm performing.
You sure about that?
You sure about that? He
Surprise
said.
You sure? Surprised they play your song and they give you the mic?
Yeah, we'll see.
Hey, just let us know when you're ready. We can put it out here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
This is how we put the Rocky G show. We were just having a conversation around it.
You know, yeah, we
If you
did.
guys want to pull one together, I'm down. Pull up. Let's do something.
All right,
San Jose
let's
tour.
do it.
No, we like packed this place up. It was crazy, man.
Yeah.
It was literally the stage was right there, like literally right
was
there,
all
man.
cleared.
Yeah, one of the was that No Chill 2? That was like that or 4 or something? One
It
of
was just
those?
hella packed.
Yeah, it was like the show was like in a warehouse like this, where it's just in the corner. It was pretty dope.
It was like this small or a little more
It
bigger.
was a little bigger, but you know, similar setup.
Yeah, but sometimes when you have that smaller venue, everything looks a lot more bigger, which is pretty
Yeah,
dope.
I like the smaller venues. They're more intimate, and then it's just like since everybody's closer together and stuff, it just feels more lit because like people that have the energy are just like closer to you than like standing isolated and you know
Yeah.
whatnot. So it's cool.
Yeah. Did y'all have any more questions for Chowmane?
We good. It's been fun for sure.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks for coming.
Anything else you wanted to plug or say to the people, Chowmane? Anything?
No, that's it. You know, stream Step Bro, What Are You Doing? And find out what the Step Bros are doing. It's on Spotify, Apple, everything. Yeah, that's it.
Shout out Lil Tunchi.
How about
Follow
what?
FSE Asian HipHop on YouTube. We only at like 200 right now, so get
Let's
that up.
go.
Oh, there you go.
And
What up?
How about a little message for those kids who like see you and they're so inspired by you and they want to do what you do, bro? How about that?
And just keep doing everything that you want to do, man, and just like stay in school, you know.
For real.
It said, fuck around and find out.
Fuck around and find out.
Let's go. Hey.
Where the love go?